I don't like being threatened.
Yeah, neither do I. And I don't like that Hawke dude, but I'm not just gonna give him up to someone else.
That was a fat lot of fucking good, wasn't it? Right. Come on, let's take 5 minutes to go to the library. Oh, fuck, no, let's go meet Doddle.
Yeah.
Yeah, oi, no, yeah, let's do that.
So the two of you gather your things, and is there anything specifically you're taking or not taking?
I think Maglo goes to put his rifle on him and go, you don't have a weapon, do you?
Not at all.
Oh. Do you want this? Just for a bit until you get your stuff back. There's that, and there's this, and then he pulls out his pistol. This is probably easier for you to use. You don't take a lot. I can... Right. Come here. Okay, so you hold it like this, and then he shows her at a holding it and you just look through that side, and then you just squeeze very lightly, and then teach her how to fire a pistol.
Do you fire it in the crypt?
I do not.
Okay.
You don't have. It's kind of temperamental. I don't know what I've done with it, but it's a bit of a pain in the ass. But it uses these to fire. These are really easy to fix. If that breaks,
Maglo, I've shot things before. I think I got this.
Right. If it breaks and I'm near you, just get me to fix it, and I'll fix it in like a second. But if you're nowhere near me, I'll teach you how to fix it.
We are going to go back now to Rosie's shop as the two of you gather your things, and I'm going to say that you find transport. Please just mark off a single silver piece for your travel down back into the southern ward, and that's going to take a couple of hours. Meanwhile, the experimentation and all the shopping, I would say, kind of evens things out as far as our timeline is concerned. I will ask, Doddle, you've had Harold with you this entire time, correct?
Yeah, we took him on the carriage, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did, yeah.
I was like, yeah, no, he's chilling.
But you didn't leave him in the carriage, right? He's actually with you now in the, or she is with you in the tent?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. So Rosie's been very excited about this and has been giving treats and snacks to Harold, who has been very eagerly eating things. However, Harold now walks out from behind a corner and is kind of swaying and is hiccuping and is every time Harold goes, the feathers fluff up and change from pink to blue to red to yellow to green. And so it's like a rainbow chicken that is now hiccuping different colors. Sorry about that. I think I can fix that. Just give me a little bit of time, and we can definitely fix your friend here. I apologize. I didn't know that he was going to do that, or she was going to do that. I'm sorry. You named her Harold, and so I apologize. I didn't mean to misgender. And
oh no, it's okay. They don't mind. Chickens don't really have a societal structure in place for gender.
That's great. I love chickens.
I'm gonna just kind of like browse through my different books, maybe focus on the ones about either maybe I want to say the Shadowfell and see if there's any writings on the nature of the Raven Queen in there at all.
Nothing on the Raven Queen. It's far too obscure. However, the Shadowfell does have some documentation on the books that you found. You can make a history check for me.
Okay. Oof, not good. 4 plus 1. That's a 5.
Yeah, you're having trouble focusing. You can't get past the foreword of some of these books. They're so dry and boring. It's like, first we must discuss the long history of the understanding of the Shadowfell, which first started in the Academy of Magic in the far city of Neverwinter, led by Archmage. It's just really dry. The names aren't even that interesting. It's just a super long slog about why and who. It's like a foreword to a foreword where they thank each other for all the academic work that they put into the book, and you are bored to tears.
Anybody that's paying attention to Hawke just kind of sees him starting to nod off because he's just reliving his temple days.
Yeah, it's bad. Meanwhile, Siraye, you are doing a different type of studying. You have this map laid out on a table in front of you, and Bone Splitter is standing close by. You can see that he's curious. What is it that you're doing, and how are you doing it?
I'm just studying the map. I want to memorize the map, so that way, when I get there, I know all the turns and the shortcuts and any special entrance or exit. I'm trying to memorize it, so that way I never have to pull it out, or like in a pinch I can navigate.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check for me. I'll allow you to add, because it's about mapping, I'll allow you to make it a survival check.
It's 10. It's 10. It's not great.
Well, but it's not a complete failure either. 10 is an average roll. So you think you might be okay. There's a lot of thinking and mighting in that statement, but you think you might be okay. You feel as though you should keep the map on you in case you have to check in on it, but you think you could definitely go through sections without having to refer to it.
Okay.
But as far as that goes, your certainty stops at maybe.
What? Okay. Do Bone Splitter like interested? I don't know. What is he doing? You said
He's just watching you look at this map.
Do I notice him watching me look at this map?
Make an insight check.
Nope, I don't.
Yeah, it's just he's protecting Rosie's shop. That's all you know. All right. So what is everybody else doing in the space?
Probably just chilling with Rosie and like helping her make potions if she needs assistance, or just being as best a test subject as I can be.
There is a bell that rings out throughout the back room, and Bone Splitter turns and walks out. Sure enough, entering into the front of the shop, Maglo, you and Juniper, having taken a carriage here, are stepping in, and Bone Splitter is immediately there as you enter.
You right, bub? People in here.
He waves and leads you into the back room, and you pass through the curtains and the beads, and immediately all the bubbling and all the different sounds of the shop greet you.
There's no Juniper! I'm gonna run over and give her a big hug.
I hug back.
And then I'm gonna let go and be like, hello, Maglo.
Hello, ma'am. What's the situation? What are we doing? Why are we being called there?
What's going on?
Well, first things first, can we say that I have got a bow from Rosie?
You have a bow.
Alright, I'll give you, like, Maglo, close your eyes.
You have like 3 bows to choose from, and Rosie recommended that you use them all.
I'm just gonna use one.
She's
probably
deeply
like,
disappointed, but she appreciates your choice.
If there was like a brass, like an orange type color, I'm going for like an industrial vibe.
Metallics aren't really her thing, but you do find a bright orange.
That works. All right, Maglo, close your eyes.
Sure. Is this why you called us in?
Well, no, but just do it, please.
Sure. Alright, fine. I've got my eyes closed.
Okay. And then run over, grab the box with the bone, and I'm gonna run back and go, okay, open them.
Okay, is it just you're fucking kidding? What's this? What is this? Matches it. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck? Oh my god, did we get it? He immediately looks to Siraye. Did we get it? Did we get it?
Yes, we got paid. Rosie bought it.
No fucking way. Oh my god. Rosie? I got a fucking...
I think she misspoke. I think she meant Doddle bought it. I actually, all I did was eat some cupcakes and try to fix everything that's going wrong here. And I want you to be very clear that there are some letters that are owed, and I wanted to say hello earlier, but I didn't want to interrupt. And by the way, I have already found a couple of solutions to the potential problems that we've been facing, but I need all of you to focus, and I need a little bit of a blood sample from everybody. If I could just do that right away, that'd be great. And you too, Juniper. Hello, how are you?
In the middle of all that rambling, June kind of goes into her bra and pulls out her letter. I think this is for you, Rosie.
She grabs it very excitedly and runs off, and then grabs your letter,
also
Maglo.
holds out his.
All right, that's great. Now I have a bunch of letters. She runs off, and she's immediately reading them as she's mixing things. What do the rest of you do?
Mags is immediately fucking opening up the box and like pulling bits out on it, like just like on the floor.
Yeah. It is a box full of gears and parts. You love it, but imagine getting imagine being 4 and getting an advanced Lego kit accidentally from your grandmother and not having the slightest clue as to how it all goes back together. You are a brilliant mind, but you've never seen anything this intricate.
I kind of sheepishly go up to Maglo. Hey, while I was out, I just hand him the book on mechanics that I got. Sorry about the, earlier. So, here, just take it.
The book is, it's a tome, it's a manuscript. It's the thought that counts here, because the book that he has gotten you is effectively, hey, so you like machines. Here's how a wheel works. Wagon building 101.
This was like one of the first books I ended up reading when I was looking into doing mechanics and stuff. This is fucking amazing. This is great.
Oh.
Thank you so much. No, it's great. So I don't have it with me anymore. Like me and my sister used to read this all the time. This is actually really nice. This is like a big nostalgia trip for me. This is wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah. No worries. I wish it. I hope it can help you with this thingy here, because that looks.
Of course it can. It's
horrifying.
fucking. It's just like. Once you get, it's just like playing guitar, right? When you get the 4 basic chords down, you can basically make any song. It's similar.
While they're doing that, June's gonna go over to Doddle and just like start checking her without permission, just looking everywhere just to see if she's okay.
She looks
I
like...
barely even noticed because I'm just over the moon happy. Like, Doddle usually doesn't smile with her teeth because she's very self-conscious about them for obvious reasons, but she's just like, ah! So much friendship happening right now.
Make a medicine check, Juniper.
Yes, where's my... There she is. That was pretty high. Hold up. 18.
She is medically in perfect shape. In fact, any kind of scratches, bumps, and bruises that she had from last you saw her are completely healed. However, she...
Oh, are they?
Yeah, you're back.
Oh.
It's
Oh, wonderful.
Rosie definitely fixed you up. Trying different
brilliant.
things.
Alright.
So, all of that, though, said, she looks like she's full, and she looks uncomfortably, filled with potion. Like she's been given so much liquid that it's just been running through her, so she looks kind of full.
I'm probably tired because I'm going on 48 hours.
Yeah.
Go sleep now.
Exhausted. Yeah. Well, actually, no. I take that back. Rosie would have fixed that too. So you would have gotten the effects, all of the effects of a long
You're
rest
drugged up.
minus your spell casting. You have to sleep for that. But everything else, you're fine because she's pretty much caffeinated you.
I need sleep.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, then June just kind of like ruffles her hair like a big sister would.
Ah!
This explains so much about Rosie right now. Where she gets the energy.
Yeah.
She's just hyped up on potions all the time.
Yeah, magical speed is a hell of a thing. She's actually fairly restrained for some gnomes. So. All right, so Siraye, you have been studying this map in the corner, and you think that you have it. What would you like to do?
Before you get deep into that toy, Maglo, we need to discuss how we're going to try and get Doddle and June's things from the jail.
All right. By the way, research went fucking amazingly well. So we just need to go to a library and just like finish up some stuff just so we kind of know what we're up against.
Alright.
I can make you stuff, but I'm not super sneaky or dexterous or that charismatic. Honestly, the way I fucking got him before, that was complete fluke. I don't know how that happened.
Unfortunately, I do feel like we would have to split up for this, just because 5 people all together trying to sneak into something is rather difficult.
Unless, what if we use part of us as a way to draw people away from the prison to hopefully empty it out, cause a distraction, and then 2 of us that are more sneaky can go in and liberate the goods?
That's not a bad idea.
I mean, they're guards of a
maybe-
prison. Like, first of all, they're going to be draining people from the guards tower, the watch, then probably the barracks. If we want people to be drawn out also from the jail, we're going to have to make something like a fucking bomb.
Catastrophe, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Or
gonna,
we
like-
just go into a specific area adjacent to where we need to draw people out. We only need to draw people out from one room in one specific area.
Listen, you have 2 people who are wanted for the jail, and they both use magic.
Well, that's a tech. I need my cookbook, and they have my cookbook. I can do a little bit of magic, but if you were hoping for a fireball, I'm afraid we might be a little bit out of luck until I get my things back.
I'm just thinking about ways that you and I can cause a distraction. Since they really want us, we could be that distraction.
I think that I can have the poise of a noble if my appearance has changed, but I don't think that we're going to be able to change my appearance. So what I'm
Yeah.
saying is I'm down for whatever. Let's rock and roll, Buckaroo.
So who is the stealthiest of us?
That's probably me.
That's Siraye.
Yeah,
Let's
seeing
hear-
as how I'm a walking suit of armor, probably not.
I would probably say.
Sir-
Sorry.
I was just gonna ask Siraye, on a scale to like 1 to maybe like +6, how much stealth would you say? How stealthy would you say you are?
Plus, 3.
Plus,
Oh, I might be the stealthiest of us then.
Oh, well, there
I'm
you go.
also a
If you're
+4.
Oh, stealth, +6. I'm +6.
Just
Sorry.
tiny. I'm small, and I'm very good at being quiet.
Goblins, goblinoids are naturally very sneaky. It's just something that comes with the territory. So you're all saying this, and Rosie says, "Well, I can help out. Probably. I know I'm doing a lot of different things here, but maybe you could drink this potion as well, and it'll make you almost unseen if you wanted to be unseen. And it depends on how long you try to be unseen, but you could use it to be pretty much invisible. The only problems with it is that sometimes it causes your hair to change color for a little bit, and it actually isn't that bad of a thing because it's a little bit of an improvement. Because if you like pastel colors, like I like pastel colors, and I really like pastel colors."
Wait, Rosie, you have a potion of invisibility?
What do I look like, an amateur?
You couldn't have said this before?
I didn't want to interrupt.
Listen, what if we just use our contact in the Waterdeep government, tell them that we want to be able to further this investigation, but if we do so, we need to make sure that we have the supplies of our party.
What investigation?
There's a high scribe within the Waterdeep government that we spoke to a while back, Rihanna Bellevue. She won Maglo and I to investigate a stolen shipment of magical goods in the harbor, kind of similar to the stolen magical goods that we looked at from the Grasping Eye. She works within the government. My thought is, if we go to her and tell her, hey, there's some confiscated goods that the Waterdeep government has, and we're currently facing down the Xanathars right now, maybe if you can help us out here, we can help you out on this side, so that way we can stay within the law and we don't have to actually break into a prison. I mean,
Maybe,
it's just
maybe
a thought.
keep out the Xanathars parts. Yeah?
I'm just saying that if we can get the law on our side, hopefully we can at least get some protection. It's better than the not protection we have.
That's also a good idea.
Perhaps the detective duo of Hawke and Maglo may go to their connections, be like, hey, we just found this Juniper lady that's broken out of jail, and every time she runs in one direction, they can say, there she goes, in the exact opposite, like, create a misdirection so the Juniper can still get away, but you seem like you're tracking down a criminal, while Siraye and I bust into the prison while everybody's distracted trying to get Juniper and get our stuff back.
I really don't like that idea. Listen, it's one thing to be able to get people that have been wrongly imprisoned out of jail, but it's another thing to continuously break the law. Especially, and I'm sorry, Juniper, but I know that Doddle was in jail for defending herself. I don't know you. So I don't know, maybe you're a mass murderer, maybe you're not, but I don't want to accidentally go in and help somebody that might have been in prison for the right reasons. I mean, over time, hopefully, I can find out whether or not...
Can I stand in front of Juniper right now? Hawke, I was in prison for second-degree murder. If you had broken me out and you didn't know me, would you think I was evil?
I would have to spend time with you to find out.
Well, that's what we're doing.
Alright, well, what I'm saying is I'm not going to go out of my way to mess with the laws of the Code Legal.
Hawke.
What?
I know you're not used to life in Waterdeep, but do you know how illegal the Code Legal acts sometimes?
May I share something a little peculiar with you, just because I feel it might be for the best? Just in case.
Okay.
So, unexplainably, I was aware of what Maglo's sister looked like, even though I've never had the privilege of meeting her while she was still here, because of a dream I had. I've had dreams about a lot of strange things. I had a dream about meeting Juniper in a grove, and seeing Maglo build Busby and someone that looks like me. But in one of the last dreams I had, I heard the voice of one of the men that was in the prison with us. And they were saying that they want to find me because of something very personal to me, and I'm not 100% sure that they have the most moral intentions in mind. As much as I like to consider myself the kind of person that trusts authority, I'm not sure if that's the best decision to make right now. So I agree with Siraye.
June kind of walks up to Hawke, nose to nose. If I were a bad person, if I wanted you dead, you would be. So let's put that out there right now.
How about cupcakes? Let's all do cupcakes. Everybody stop. This is a best friend moment and we're not allowed to kill each other. I'm sorry. I'm trying to work here. And by the way, I need all of you to focus up. Here's an invisibility potion, Siraye. You're going to go into the dungeon and you're going to take everything out of there and they're not going to know you're there. Now, here's the thing about the potion, though. I need you to choose your favorite color. It has to be pastel. I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
Blue.
Done.
Lavender.
Okay, great. Okay, so now you're going to drink that when you're ready, and then that's going to work, but it's only going to work for 30 minutes. And by the way, once it's done, you're going to have very pretty hair.
Best friends.
Okay.
Maglo looks up from all of the gears that just basically not paying attention to anything. Sorry, what was...
Yeah, you made a giant mess, and Busby is actually on your shoulder, like, curiously, like, picking at gears and things like that. The small little brass bird has been leaping around, and you've been just enthralled. This is going to take you a long, long time to put together.
Like, okay, sorry, this is going to take me a while. I'm probably going to have to do this back at the base, so I'll just put it away, I guess. Come on.
As in months of work. I
got a project. It's very good. I'm very excited about it.
Hey, bud, remember that thing that happened, me getting blown back onto my back, seeing thousands of eyes, having Master Zero be weird? Maybe we should focus on that?
I'm sorry, the what now?
Lynn, Juniper, I know, and I love it. I'm right there with you. It's just, I had like 5 minutes.
I'm sorry, can we rewind to the thousands of eyes? I heard somebody say thousands of eyes. Siraye, did she say thousands of eyes?
June puts her finger up to Hawke, and she goes, when you trust me, you can know. And she turns back to Maglo.
What is it with you in personal space?
So let's go ahead and figure out how to get our stuff back, eh?
Oh yeah, and then I pull out the map, and I explain there is this entrance here, this secret entrance that is close to where they would store all of the things that they take from prisoners. What I could do is I could go through this entrance, and before I leave into the prison, I take the invisibility potion, and then I go into the stockroom, take the things that we need, and come back around. Presuming that the stockroom isn't trapped or, under super high surveillance, I should be able to get in rather quickly, so that way the invisibility potion doesn't wear off.
I say let's do it. I say let's do Doddle's plan.
Hey Rosie, could I pay you for another invisibility potion just in case?
I'm afraid that I'm all tapped out right now. I've been working so hard on all of these different concoctions that if I made you another invisibility potion, then it would require certain components that I don't have right now. I used them all on Doddle.
Fine.
I'm sorry.
Have you still got them boots? Do you want those boots just in case you get in there? Short?
Oh yeah, that would be great.
wanna
I'll
teleport
have
out?
to remember to use them.
It's alright, they can be hard to remember. I also got, if you want, I can get you just in case you get caught and you wanna just like disguise yourself as someone who couldn't possibly break in and do all this, you can have this cane which doubles up as like a sword. Something I made.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they were
want
selling
it.
those at
Were
the
they?
shop. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Were they actually?
Yeah, they were.
How is it
Although
doing? Is it doing right?
I don't think Siraye and I can go back there again because we were kind of asked. In fact, I'm gonna pay him we were able to have him haggle down the dragon thing, but yeah, no, like apparently they're selling like hotcakes. I think the term is.
Okay, amazing. Oh, incredible. Oh,
So Doddle, are you going to go on this mission to get our things yourself with Siraye?
I feel like I'm a little bit of a jack of all trades in this situation, so I'll go
So
wherever
maybe-
Siraye thinks I'm best.
Maybe we should give the boots of teleportation to Doddle, so
Oh.
that way we can make a chain essentially where Doddle could teleport in and out through the door. Oh, again, hoping there's no traps or anything. Getting the items out and finding the items, and then me and the invisibility could bring it to the secret door, and then whoever's at the secret door could then, take them if we have a third person, or we just store them at the secret door, and then once we're all out, then we gather everything and get out.
That's a great idea. Doddle, can I talk to you privately first?
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna take
To the
you
closet?
outside. Yeah, let's go in the closet.
To the closet!
While they're in the closet, I'm gonna.
Rosie joins you in the closet.
Oh, Rosie, I'm sorry. We were just hoping to have a bit of a private conversation at the
I don't
minute.
understand this. I mean, like, we're best friends. I don't think that there are any secrets between best friends. We've got to be really clear with each other. I mean, I'm not sure why we're going in. Okay, fine. And she walks out. She closes the door.
Hey, so there's something I really, really need that they took from me. It's kind of obscure. It's a shield of some sort.
Okay.
That is the most important thing that I can hope for you to get out of this. If you get none of my other objects, that shield is the most important thing. Can you do that for me?
I can, but is there a reason the rest of the group can't know about it?
I don't trust Hawke, you know that. The others, I'm warming up to. They could know, but I feel like they would probably tell him, which is the problem. But if you could do this for me, it's very important. It's very important to me and my religious practice. Can you do that?
I can, but I also know Hawke can help, and I know that you don't trust him, but whispering behind closed doors likely isn't helping him trust you anymore either.
That's what I was saying.
I know. I know you're apprehensive, and you have every right and reason to be. But I think maybe if you open yourself just a little bit, not all the way, you can still keep the chain lock on the door, just let him in, just a little. And I think it could take you to a better place.
I don't know if I could do that at the moment without that shield. That shield means a whole lot, and if it gets into the wrong person's hand, I will have to take action. And I don't know if he is the wrong person. We have clearly very different beliefs. But if he turns out to be the right person, I will try. I promise.
Alright, I promise I'll get that shield, and I promise I'll keep your secret. But I have something to exchange if you don't mind.
And?
You've told me a secret, and that's fine. That means that we're friends. I don't care what it is. You gotta tell Hawke something about yourself. It could be that, you're a lightweight and you get drunk really easy, or that there's a tattoo that none of us here have seen, but you gotta tell Hawke a secret.
Okay. I'll tell Hawke a secret.
Alright, go walk out the closet.
June just kind of storms out, and she tactlessly walks up to Hawke and gets in his face. Hawke?
Again with the personal space, can we get at least like 6 inches going on here? Sorry, I don't mean to snap, it's just I don't like people close.
I think that you're very handsome. And then she walks back over to Doddle. Is that good enough?
So much better than I was expecting it to be.
The fuck?
What's that about? What?
What?
Oh, Hawke, to just explain it, I was just, she confided something in me, and I said as an exchange, I wanted her to tell you a secret so you could be closer as friends, but this is wonderful. I'm loving this.
She turns back and she goes, but don't get any ideas.
I wasn't, but now I'm just confused. I mean, thank you very much.
For the both of us.
I very much appreciate it. I just, it's the first time somebody's told me that since I started looking. Like, thank you.
I told you it like last week. I tell you, you're handsome all the time.
Yeah,
You're a
but
very good-looking man, and I literally have not stopped saying it.
I thought that it was just you're handsome type thing, like the, like what you say to an ugly dog type thing.
June looks over her shoulder and just like,
It's very
nah, dude.
frustrating.
You got it.
It's like, I feel like it's like a sandwich. Like, I say so much negative that occasionally I just gotta chuck in a positive.
Alright, guys, let's bring it back in. Let's bring it back in. We've got gangs in the government searching for us right now.
Alright?
And so,
Are we all saying
having studied the map, and having procured an invisibility potion, and having given Doddle boots of teleportation, the plan is formed. What does the party do?
Should we go in the dead of night? Should we go during the day?
Well, the dead of night would be ideal for sneaking around, but I feel that, well, no, that might be a good idea.
There'd be more guards at night.
Yeah, there might be more guards at night.
I actually think possibly the best course of action is around 8, 9 when the changeover happened. Or maybe, maybe not 8, 9, maybe like 6, 7, just when the sun's rising. And
Actually, does the map that I have, since I got it from that kid, does it have the changeover, like the guard schedule on it?
You didn't pay for that.
I think we should go whenever there are less innocent people on the streets.
I agree. I think nighttime would be a good time for that.
I feel like we can blend in.
Yes, but I don't want
regularly.
anyone getting hurt with them trying to chase him down.
Yeah, the less innocents get caught up in this, the better. Like, I don't want a repeat of what happened last time where we had to run down a busy street while people were attacking us. Somebody could have gotten hurt there.
They were criminals.
That might have been at night.
They were criminals who were attacking us.
Yeah, but there were innocents in the street.
Yeah, but guards aren't just going to start attacking random innocent people.
Well, how about this? How about early morning? Crack of dawn.
That works perfectly
that's a good idea.
for me.
I actually, yes, I think crack of dawn's probably good because I think at nighttime they're probably going to possibly have more people because that's when a lot of the shit goes down.
We can keep an eye out very early morning before the sun rises and see when they make that shift change. Because there has to be a change in the morning, there has to be a change at night. We can do it then.
That works for me.
Sounds like a plan.
So then we'll rest up, yeah, and get this plan fortified.
Sleep time. Sleep time.
Sounds good. Do you mind if we spend the night, Rosie?
Of course!
We can have a slumber party.
Oh, God.
We're gonna have a sleepover, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna braid each other's hair, we're gonna talk about things, we're gonna eat a lot of cupcakes, we're gonna drink some tea, we're gonna have a party, we're gonna have a lot of little finger sandwiches. And so
How neat am I?
are you going to make you make a bunch of concentration checks while you try to build a mechanical device in the middle of Rosie's shop?
I want to go to the library. If I ain't super needed.
It depends
For
on
the
what time of
time.
day. It depends on what
I
time of day.
mean, I mean, a lookout would be great.
Alright, fine. Yeah, I'd be looking at this.
And you have a mechanical bird that's probably really good at looking.
That's true.
Yeah,
That is
and
true.
Also, I can look out with you because I'm not sneaky at all, but when we take our long rest, I can equip a flock of familiars, and we can have 4 birds looking out for us.
That's not a bad idea, or we can have a whole bunch of
There
people.
we
Alright,
go.
fine.
Look at this, team. We have a heist. Do it.
Alright.
Oh no.
So, with all these parts in place, tell me what your first step is in this action.
Sleep.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have this little slumber party with Rosie and get some sleep.
Alright, everybody gets a long rest, and everybody has a perfect and dreamless sleep.
Thank God.
You do not know if it's because of the wards that are placed within the shop, or the fact that you are not sleeping in a haunted crypt, but you have a very restful and helpful sleep. You wake up, and there are trays with breakfast that are laid out on them. There are very large stacks of what look like hotcakes, covered in syrup and confectionery candies. And there are very thick, creamy glasses of pink, hot liquid that is effectively strawberry chocolate milk. And there are these little bubbling cups of these green potions that are laid out for all of you. Rosie is not here. Bone Splitter is, but Rosie is apparently, there's a note on the tray that says, and it's like 3 pages long, but effectively, after you get through the entire note where she tells you about everything that she's done while you were sleeping, it gets to the point where she says that she's leaving to get some components and meet with a contact. Because with all of the items that have been bought from you in the party, she wants to immediately distribute them so that they're not a danger to herself or you. So she's getting rid of all of the magical components that you and your party brought.
Why would she get rid of them? The point is for her to use them.
She can use some of them, and as she told you, that many components are very valuable and very rare. She can use a good deal of them, she can't use all.
I better not get brought back to me. That's all I gotta say. That's what Siraye thinks.
Yeah. Well,
When-
she is out currently dealing with all of that. And you and your group can refresh yourselves, clean up, have breakfast, and then you can go about whatever it is that you're going to do.
Okay. I'll just write her a letter to leave for her.
All right.
All right. Hawke, Maglo, you guys should leave first and set up for the lookout.
All right.
Should we be concerned that we are perhaps still being tracked at the minute? Rosie didn't give us anything for that, did she?
She has done before.
There are small green bubbling potions on your trays.
Well, damn!
Doddle, how
You
did
don't know,
you
though.
speak to me through the mine earlier?
Oh, Rosie just gave me a potion that allowed me to send you 6 words. I'm sorry if it was startling. There wasn't enough room for a preface in there.
It was. I just weren't expecting it. Should we have that so we can communicate between each other without speaking?
It'd be nice, but Rosie's not here at the minute.
Can't your familiars send messages? Didn't that happen before?
We had a familiar carry a message that Maglo wrote, but
Got
it
it.
didn't get there because it had to physically go in the prison and it got shot.
Tell you what, I can still cast Firebolt, so I know at the very least, if there's trouble on our end, I'll shoot a Firebolt into the air.
And you can always send your familiars at us,
Sure.
and I don't know, have them peck at our head or something when something bad happens, and we'll know to get out.
Yeah, actually, that's
Okay.
a good idea.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll send one of my ravens with you.
Go for it.
It's time.
I'm gonna put my scarf up over my face and a hood if I have one.
June, what did we decide you were gonna do?
The main attraction.
You were gonna distract.
Yeah. Cause
Okay.
a little bit of chaos.
All right. So Maglo and Hawke, you two set up first, and then once they're set up, June, I think that's when you can start whatever your distraction is that you want to do.
I'm gonna look at the boys and say, please keep her safe.
So the party splits, and the pair of Maglo and Hawke travel with Juniper. The 3 of you are together, is that right? For the
Yes.
moment, you see the Magister's Keep, just a very large, well-built, white marble building. It is an enormous structure. It is very sturdy-looking. It has very little room for filigree or decoration. However, in the front of all of it is an enormous fountain. And that fountain is in kind of a town square area. There is a statue of an armored individual with a sword held up to the sky. And there are people buzzing all around this courtyard. They are going about their daily business. Carts are being pulled. Horses are trotting along. A large number of city watch patrol on both horseback and on foot in this area. On the outside of this courthouse, a open air court space and a dais where criminals are both punished and judged. And there is currently a official looking individual in the robes of Waterdeep who is currently overseeing a trial of some sort. And from a distance, you can see more or less that this is something to do with thievery. It's common thievery, and the individual has admitted that they were guilty of it, and the judge is kind of moving on about why the judgment that's being handed is so severe, and setting a precedence for all of the others who are within the Southern Ward to know that the Southern Ward is improving. The 3 of you walk into this general area. What do you want to do? How do you want to split up?
Well, I guess, which way are they going in? They're not just walking in front, right? They're going to be round back.
The other
Probably.
2 have gone a separate way, and they are moving along the side of the keep. from what you understand from Siraye, their entry point is off of all the main roads near where the explosion happened.
Oh, I haven't summoned my ravens yet. I was supposed to send one with them. Yes. Probably I'm gonna find a place kind of tucked away from like the crowds and stuff to summon it.
There's a thick black shadow that surrounds your hands as from an orb of darkness, 2 raven figures emerge out of the shadows.
Amara, you stay with me. Kara, you go with the other 2. Wait, I could just control you with my mind. Duh. And I just send Kara off to the other 2. And I have Amara sit on my shoulder.
Okay. So Kara flies off to Doddle. Siraye and Doddle, how are you approaching the key?
Okay, so I have my Cloak of Elven Kind on, and I'm trying to navigate both Doddle and I through the crowd, so we're kind of inconspicuous, looking like normal like citizens in this area that should be here. And I'm gonna kind of take the slow roundabout way to get to the magistrate's keep wall, so that way again it doesn't look like we're directly going for the keep, like we're kind of meandering peasants.
Imagine Siraye's being very quiet for this whole walk.
Yes. But I'm gonna be like, come on, Doddle, over here. Follow me, Doddle. Like, just little comments that's like keeping you, making sure that you're close by and also following along. And
Okay, as we're walking, I'm gonna be like, and I'm gonna break out into Elvish and gonna be like, you speak Elvish, right?
I'm gonna respond, yes.
Does my dialect sound different? Because I know I asked you where you were from at one point, but I'm not sure if the grammar is any different than what I've learned. You know, like Quebec French versus France, wherever those places are. You know what I mean?
Here's what I'm going to say off the bat. Siraye, you've heard a lot of what Doddle has said in Elvish, and her language is very old and proper. It's as if you were listening to someone speak Old English, or maybe even Gaelic. And it's kind of hard to follow. You've only said a few words, so Doddle, I can't really tell you more about Siraye's dialect unless she says more to you in Elvish. And the two of you walk through the streets together.
It's gonna look disappointed.
What do you do when you reach the entrance of the secret passage, Siraye?
I'm going to look around, make sure no one's around. No, we're by ourselves, or at least
I'll make a perception check for you.
Looked at.
You are going to get advantage on your perception. Okay. You rolled with the. I think your perception's +4. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah.
It's fine. You got above a 20.
+8.
+8. So
yes.
Yeah, that's a 26 on your roll for perception.
For your L5C.
Yeah, listen, Legolas, calm down. You are certain that you've picked the exact moment to do this, and no one is going to see you. So I'll let you both make a stealth roll, and I'm going to give you both advantage on that because you've spotted the perfect time when guards are on the far side of the keep, and there's a lot of traffic. There's noise from a merchant who's loading barrels across the street.
25.
A barrel falls, and immediately you use that moment to usher you and Doddle into a secret passage. So 25, what did you get, Doddle?
22.
Okay, so both of you are very quiet as you sneak into the darkness of the secret passageway that leads into the Magister's Keep.
I imagine it's some sort of like sewer grate, and like that's right next to the like on the wall of the building that we just like pop.
It is in fact not a sewer grate. It is a stone that is secretly pushed inward with a series of gears and pulleys. It has been built by thieves' guilds into the wall so that the guild can liberate individuals from the prison as they see fit.
Even cooler. So I'm gonna push the rock and just click, and then click, 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 and it all opens, and then quickly close it back.
Wow, this is very... I'm speaking in common again. I'm like, oh, this is very impressive. Wow, I didn't realize it was such an operation that this criminal organization was running here.
Criminals are usually quite organized.
Oh, I never would have guessed.
Surprising to many people.
Well, alright. Keep moving.
Make a survival check.
Oh no!
Both of us? Or just Siraye?
Both of you.
10!
11.
Both of you press forward, and cobwebs have been blown out in this area. You realize that you're not the only ones that have passed this way. You know that there has been a lot of activity recently in the tunnels. Certainly the encounter that you had with the goblins that were trying to free Doddle from the prison cell, that occurred within these tunnels and these passageways. And now that the brick behind you, the stone, is closed and you are deep within the darkness of the keep itself, moving through these very, very tight passageways, you realize that this is very recently disturbed. You're not sure how recently, but both of you are certain that there have been other individuals here in the recent past.
Be careful, Doddle. We might not be alone in these passageways.
Believe it or not, I usually am. Doop, 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 doop.
Okay.
She says that out loud as she walks.
You are doot-doot-dooting through the creepy secret passageways inside the walls of the Magister's Keep, and I need both of you to roll stealth if you are trying to be quiet, and I need you both to make a series of survival checks. Now, this is a skill test, so I'm going to have you each roll 3 times. The first roll is going to be with advantage. The second roll is going to be straight, without any advantage or disadvantage. And then the third roll is going to be with a disadvantage. So I'm going to take... I know, I'm sorry, let me take this with you.
Yeah. Let's go one at a time. The first roll, what was the first roll?
The first
I'm going to do this in roll 20.
Yeah, please do it in roll 20.
Yeah, oh, okay, well then...
The first roll that I need you both to make is your roll with advantage. So you're going to roll twice your survival. And you're going to pick the higher.
Woof.
Those are D20s?
Oh, no.
That's... Are you kidding me?
Yeah, so you got a 6 and an 8 on the die, and then Siraye, you got a 5 and a 10. Now you do have bonuses to survival, so...
I have a 12.
So you have a 12 as your higher. And then Doddle, you have 10.
What?
You have a +2 to survival?
Yeah.
So then you have a 10. You rolled an 8 and a 6.
So the 8
Oh,
was...
it was with advantage, not disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So that was the first roll. And so that's not too far off of what you rolled when you first entered. You're moving through, and you don't notice anything about the tunnels or the passageways as you begin to escalate, moving upward, ascend through the slopes, because there are no stairs, there are no openings. It is as if there were a gradation throughout the keep that leads you in a zigzag pattern up into the top tiers of the prison itself. So the first 30 to 40 minutes of walking, nothing happens. Meanwhile, outside, Juniper, what is it that you are doing?
Okay. And those guys have already walked away. Can I tell how close they are?
There is the sound of fluttering behind them as the raven makes its way to them. I forgot to mention that. You do have one of Hawke's familiars that is fluttering in the passageway with you, Doddle and Siraye. So, Hawke, you know where they are.
Mm-hmm. And I'm relaying everything that's going on to Maglo. Okay, so they're in the passageway. They're making their way up. I think, based on the cobwebs, there might be somebody else in there. Or at least recently.
Maybe someone else.
I don't know.
You're
Not
doing
like
this weird connective thing, Hawke, and I need you to make a dexterity check to prevent yourself from walking over a barrel and falling.
That's a 5.
You fall. Like, he's doing this weird thing where he's like mentally connected to his familiar, and he trips over a barrel as he's talking to you.
Can you warn me about that next time?
I didn't say it. It's the guys that are doing stuff.
Well, okay, my mind's in 2 places at once literally right now. Actually, no, my mind's always in 2 places at once. Right now, my mind's in 3 places at once.
I know,
So-
it's very good. I'm saying I just didn't see it. I just didn't see it there.
Okay, well, can you...
Come on, let's keep going.
Well, I'm
Alright.
assuming I'm still close to them. Are there any like parts around me or anything wooden that could be broken or something?
You have an entire selection of items that could be broken and carts that could be stolen or used in some way to make a distraction. Sure.
We're not gonna steal. Hey Maglo. I'm about to do the thing. You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, the what?
And then I'm gonna like back up from them, and I'm gonna form whip the crap out of an existing cart's wheel.
One that's traveling or one that's just sitting?
Not traveling. We're not gonna kill anyone.
All right. So, yeah, you shatter a wheel, and a produce carriage breaks, and the cart tumbles downward, and apples and other fruit falls out of barrels and
My
crates,
cabbages.
and cabbages scatter into the street. And there's a lot of chaos, a bunch of horses stop, and a merchant runs around. It is it looks like a dragonborn, which are fairly rare. What do you think you're doing? Gods!
If you want to do something about it, you guys are gonna have to catch me.
No, I'm not chasing after it. Fix my wheel!
Come and get me.
Here, sir, I can help fix the wheel. My friend here is a mechanic, and I'm fairly strong. I can lift the cart if...
As I'm running, I want to do another thorn whip on a different still cart.
Oh, it's the famous criminal, the wheel-breaking vagabond. Oh, if only the guards were here to help us.
She, like,
Maglo,
waves her
make
hands.
make a performance check with a disadvantage.
That's a 7.
You actually did really. Oh, you got a 7 though. Yeah. Okay, so the Dragonborn has made an insight check and is standing there, not amused, but clearly put out, and also frustrated at the bullshit that is flying through the air right now. He does not believe anything that any of you are doing, and just kind of backs away, confused. Meanwhile, other individuals, however, have noticed this, and the guard are starting to take notice of what you are doing, Juniper. You hit another wheel, and you shatter it, and another cart breaks over, and then you hear a... In the name of the watch, stop!
Make me! And I'm gonna whip another one.
Oh, God. This is...
Oh no, it's the wheel-breaking psychosis, a terrible curse that has afflicted Waterdeep. Somebody catch her so that we may end it.
I feel
Make,
like we're...
Hawke, make a performance check at a disadvantage.
It's a natural 1.
Roll 20. Okay.
Ah, darn, if it was the second one, I would have been so happy.
I mean, you might have been, but we don't need to do another jailbreak.
Maglo is like looking at both of them and being like, right, I know I was reading at the time and I wasn't really like concentrating on the plans, but was this really the plan? Is this really what we were going to be doing today?
YOLO.
So the Dragonborn like yells out at the guards, I don't know what's going on, but I think that they're in league with each other. And shouts that out to the guards, pointing to both of you as you had both approached the Dragonborn the moment that the wheel had shattered. But Juniper now is far down the road, breaking wheels as she runs, and the guard immediately takes on pursuit on horseback.
Oh.
What would you like to do, Juniper?
Dear.
He's coming at me from where they were?
They are coming at you very quickly.
From the direction of where Hawke and Maglo are?
Yeah, they have clubs.
Ah. I'm gonna try to jump in front of a moving cart. Hopefully there's no one fragile on said cart, and I'm gonna whip their wheel to try to like barricade between me and the horse.
Yeah, we're getting fancy, aren't we?
Fancy.
Let's have
Going
you
full in is on
roll
this.
in roll 20 and have you make a sleight of hand check. Because I think that this deals very much with hitting the wheel in the right spot to try to cause the effect that you want. That is a natural 1.
I was looking for it because I couldn't see it.
So I'd like for you to make another roll in roll 20 to see if you get a second. Nope, you didn't get a second natural 1. So you're safe from that nightmarish situation of rolling 2 natural 1s, but you still rolled a natural 1 on this
Oh
check.
no. Are we gonna have to do this again and break June out of jail again?
Oh no.
No, because she might get killed.
Oh
So
no.
I want you to roll high. I want you to roll a d20, and this doesn't get an addition to it, Juniper. I want you to roll a d20 on low, like 1 to 10. Something bad is going to happen to the people on the cart. 10 to 20, something bad is going to happen to you.
I don't know which one I want.
Hey, natural 20. This
At
is
least it's me.
absolutely going to be a problem.
So there's no.
I wasted my 20.
Did you, or did you use it exactly when
maybe
it was needed?
saved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the carriage actually, you do whip the wheel, and it shatters, and the carriage flips up off the ground in slow motion surrounding you as all of these boxes scatter out, and they break open, and all of these geese just run free, screaming across as they like crash everywhere around you. And the carriage is turning end over end in the air as the horse that was pulling it has crumpled onto the ground and rolled, and then it's on its side right now. The merchant that was driving the carriage, thankfully, has fallen into the gutter, into a puddle of water, and seems to be all right. However, a box, a large crate, is coming directly towards you, and I need you to make a dexterity save, please, to prevent from being hit.
By the geese.
Mom,
Where the geese box.
This just became the Untitled Goose Game.
Mom gave me an 18.
18. So you do roll out of the way, and you take 3 points of damage as you drop to the ground immediately and roll as this box just shatters right next to you. And it's not full of geese, it is full of feed for the geese. So there is, there's grain that just shatters everywhere around you. You are currently prone, and I need you to roll initiative.
What have I done?
Oh no.
Come on, Mom.
Maglo and Hawke roll initiative as well.
Oh no.
13.
Okay.
13.
11.
3 13s would have been really nice, but I get it.
It would have been.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Alright, so the first people that act are the guards. And 2 of them are charging forward, and they are going to swing at you, Juniper, with clubs, telling you to halt. The first one misses and rides past you. Because you're low to the ground, the guard swung low, and it looks like they're trying to either club you on the head or just knock you further down so that you do not stand back up. The second one rides by and turns, dismounts, and has a club held down to you. Do not move. You are under arrest by the Code Legal. In the name of the Lords of Waterdeep, you will relinquish your attacks. It is now Juniper and Hawke's turn. What would you like to do?
So the Blue Dragonborn just said, I think they're in league with each other, right?
Yep.
I turned to him. In league with... My husband and I are just simply trying to go to the farmer's market. In league with each other? I'm sorry, this is a modern city, good sir.
I don't know if I should give you disadvantage or advantage for that performance, so I'm gonna roll a d20 on high.
Maglo, kiss him. Really hit it home.
Hey, I grab Maglo by the front and I kiss my husband.
All right. Yeah! I'll give you advantage if for no other reason than this is the most confusing story that you've ever woven. This poor Dragonborn has been given way too much backstory for why somebody has shattered the wheel on their character. So I'm going to give you advantage though, because your distraction is working on sheer distraction levels. The fact that it's so ridiculous. Go ahead and roll.
So this is persuasion?
Yeah. Or no, it's this is performance.
Performance? Either way, so that's a 21.
Alright, so the Dragonborn is just confused, but believes you, and now doesn't know what to think. Apologizes under his breath as he slowly starts picking apples up and putting them back into a barrel. Meanwhile, the guard is surrounding you, Juniper. What would you like to do?
Is it like the club is like right to my face?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's in your face, but you have spaces to move.
I have space to move.
Yeah, you would get they would get an attack of opportunity if you tried to move out of the range, though.
All right. Put your weapon away. I'll go with you. I'm just trying to have fun, you know?
You were casting magic in the middle of the courtyard in front of the Magister's Keep.
Listen.
The Watchful Order will know what to do with you.
You mean those guys coming down the road at us right now?
Make a performance check with an advantage, because I believe you. It was a good performance.
Okay. Both for 14, so 14.
Okay, I'm gonna make an insight check. He turns around.
Homegirl is gonna, I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame. I don't want to hurt the guy. I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on one of the empty carts that's farther away from, like, me. So he gets distracted by that.
So, in the distance that the guard is looking, the watch, you are now bursting a cart into flames.
Whoa, dude, who did that? I didn't do that.
Oh, God.
Now I need you to make a performance check at a disadvantage.
8. Wait, let me check my performance. I should do that, huh?
Yeah, add your...
8. It's still 8.
Alright, we'll come back to you. As the guard looks at you, and you do not think for a moment he believes that you don't know who did that. Meanwhile, Doddle and Siraye continue their journey upward to the higher reaches of the Magister's prison. You now are going to make a survival check that is straight. There's going to be no advantage or disadvantage. If you have inspiration, I'd remind you that you can use them now.
Survival?
It is survival.
21.
Nice. 18.
Both of you move forward down these passageways, and a few things become apparent to you as you're doing so. This way also has been recently trod. There are faint footsteps in the dust. They are leading both directions, so it's hard to tell where they probably ended up, but it is clear that someone passed through here and then passed back. From what you can see, and from the type of boot print that it is, you believe it was only one individual. With a high-heeled, very, very expensive-looking boot.
It doesn't look like what was in here.
We met anybody that wears a high-heeled boot? I mean, I feel pretty confident flirting somebody in high heels. I can't do anything in high heels.
The type of high-heeled boot is a noble style make of boot. You've seen it, Siraye. Many of the nobles, the Waterdavian nobles, wear boots like this. They are, for men and women, they just raise your heel up significantly, but not so much that it is like a traditional modern high heel. And the base of the boot is still the same size as a regular heel on a boot.
I've got my nose in the dirt and I look up at Siraye and I'm like, I've never tracked a goddamn day in my life.
This definitely is a noble of some sort.
Huh. What's a noble doing in the criminal caves? Siraye, how long does that invisibility potion you got last?
30 minutes. So I'll take it as soon as we get to the exit of this tunnel.
Alright, what's the game plan if we run into this person?
Kill him.
I have my own ideas. We can workshop this later.
All right.
I mean, I just got out of prison for killing somebody. I'm not too interested in doing it again. It
You
wasn't
don't have
a very...
to kill him. And we're down here and no one else is down here. No one's gonna know.
Siraye, I appreciate you and value you, and I think you're a skilled warrior. I don't base my morality whether or not there's going to be consequences for my actions. I'll let you do what you need to do, because I trust you to get us out of here, okay?
All right. And then I keep going.
You're gonna keep going, too.
You continue to track further up these tight corridors, and they become even thinner, and it opens into an area that you're familiar with, Doddle. You have found a broken palanquin on the floor here. It is covered in a new layer of dust, and there are spiders crawling on it. And the chair that once sat the goblin that you knew as Big Hat is here. And there are pools of dried blood and no bodies whatsoever. Everything else has been left as it were.
Do I, recognize that this is a goblin make?
You both can make investigation checks.
12. No, wait, 13.
1 not natural.
I didn't know you had a negative on your investigation.
Yeah, I have several negatives.
All right. So,
my intelligence score is a negative.
You are certain that you've never been here before, Siraye. I mean, no, you just don't recognize the place. This looks like a bunch of trash. You're focused on getting upstairs to this holding cell that has these items in it. You're not focused on this room. Doddle, looking around, it looks like things are as they were. There should still be bodies here, and it looks as if things have been shuffled around, as if somebody were moving things. They're not in the place that they were before.
Siraye, someone's been here and cleaned up. This is where myself and Maglo and Hawke and Juniper fought a lot of goblins and defeated a lot of goblins. And if you will notice, there are no goblins here.
There was also a dwarf that was murdered by Hawke on the floor off in the distance, and you do see this pool of blood there, but there is no body.
I'm just gonna go over to the pool of blood and like put my hand on it for a second and then just take it away.
It's dried, and your hand is clean when it pulls up, but you see now beyond it the corridor that led to the junction point where the other goblin had a portal that was open that led the mind flayer and the dwarf into the space.
I say that to Siraye, so what does the map say we should do?
You would go in the opposite direction.
We need to go this way.
Alright. It might be a good idea to be a little more cautious moving forward. This doesn't sit right with me at all.
If it gets bad, Doddle, just run, alright? You have those boots of teleportation, you can teleport to move faster.
I'm afraid I can't promise anything, but if I'm confident that you're gonna be okay, then yes, I will. And follow the map.
Continue down the other way. Carefully, we're more careful probably now, because we're a little more wary.
I need you both to make a survival check at disadvantage for your final survival check.
It's 10.
That's a 4.
Meanwhile, in the street, Hawke and Maglo, you are in each other's arms in front of the Dragonborn who is picking up apples. And down further in the road, you see Juniper on the ground as a guard has confronted her. A second guard is turning around and on horseback, heading back in the direction of Juniper and this guard who is dismounted. A horse is like kind of wandering off to one side for the city watch. While all this is happening, you then hear a bell begin ringing as a fire has broken out in the cart that Juniper somehow was pointing towards. Off in the distance behind you, you see a small squad of 5 other city watch heading your way.
Mayo like pulls away from Hawke, like, what the fuck you doing? You can't just do that. Not in public.
I get really passionate, my love.
Maglo.
It's so much danger, and I feel so alive with you right now.
I want to make just like an assessment of what is, of just like the severity levels of what our current situation is.
Make an insight check.
That is a 15.
This is quickly escalating beyond minor annoyance to very, very dangerous. You feel that the guards are going and are beginning to interpret this as some sort of serious threat, and it's not any longer, playful or in any way, shape, or form frivolous. You think that this has gone from
we gotta get the fuck out. This ain't like the thing. No, we're gonna get. I mean, the 3 of us gotta get out. I'm just telling you that we gotta get out. Okay.
The guards on horseback that were approaching down the street. First of all, the one that was on horseback backs up the other one. So Juniper, there is now a guard on horseback directly behind the guard that is on foot with you, holding a club out to you. There are 5 other guards, 4 of which continue on down the road. A 5th guard stays behind and stops and wheels around, asking the Dragonborn, "What has happened here?" As she looks down at the Dragonborn looks up. "I'm afraid at this point, I'm not even sure anymore. You could ask these fine.
It is okay.
gentlemen.
It is just a misunderstanding of what myself and my partner we were walking through, and it just seems like there was a small mix-up. It's no harm, no foul.
Yes.
Like, okay.
Go ahead and make a performance check with an advantage.
That's 17.
Is this true? She looks to the Dragonborn, and the Dragonborn looks to you. I guess so.
If it helps, my partner and I would be more than willing to help pay for any physical and emotional damages that this may have caused, if that will help smooth over the process.
Oh, but you know, as much as we would like to, we are not. We don't have a lot of money, and of course, we weren't involved at all, so don't have any moral obligation to. And then just slightly, just like elbows Hawke.
Yes, we're very passionate about the community. I mean, it's given us so much, and we just moved here. We're hoping to start a family, and
I need both of you to make deception checks at a straight roll.
that was a 2. Plus 4, so that's 6.
Whereas this guards person, she was certainly ready to keep riding on. She has had her interest piqued by the last few statements that the two of you have made. And she just is silently nodding now as she is disembarking her horse. Doddle and Siraye. Doddle, you've been passing through, and you've been very careful. Make, on roll 20, a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, why? Okay. Oh, thank God. That's a 19. Plus, that's 22.
All right. Siraye, on roll 20, make a dexterity saving throw, please.
12.
Doddle, you move forward just in time, stepping over the wire as Siraye trips it. It pulls forward on your boot, Siraye, and you feel the slight tug, and you immediately know what's happened. And you curse your clumsiness. You're better than this.
Can I try and grab the wire as it gets tripped?
Because of your skill as a rogue, I will give you one chance to do so. You can make a straight dexterity saving throw to grab the wire, but the wire will still be tripped. If you let go of it, no matter what happens, it will trigger.
It's a 4.
You grab at the wire in vain, and it pulls backwards, and you hear the alarm that rises from the space. It sounds like a ringing bell, and you realize that it's magical as the wire disappears. And the bell continues to ring loudly, as if it were a church bell trapped underneath in this corridor with you.
Siraye, take the potion.
All right, and I take the potion.
The first thing that happens when you take the potion is you immediately feel lightheaded, and you inadvertently giggle as your hair turns to a bright turquoise, and then you disappear. Doddle, what do you do?
The bird's still here, right?
There is a raven that has been flying behind all of you, landing from time to time. It's currently on your head.
I'm gonna take the raven down and say, how clumsy can you look, small friend?
She cocks her head at you and flutters her wings. Hawke, you are getting all of this now. In this moment while you're standing on the street.
I'm gonna put him, her, I don't know your gender. I'm gonna put them by the string, and I'm gonna look for a place to hide.
Okay, you put them by the string, and then you look for a place within this very tight corridor to hide. You can make a stealth roll at a disadvantage.
Who's doing roll 20? Oh, swell. All right, so it's just 14.
Well, 14 is actually
Okay.
good. So you do manage to find a space that you can hide in. You think that you're going to be well hidden, and it's a small crevice that, because of your size, you're able to kind of squeeze into. It is near the cave-in the rocks, so you're hiding underneath a bunch of rubble. It's not the most safe place to be if there were to be an additional cave-in, but you will be hidden.
I'm gonna just stick close to one of the walls because the invisibility doesn't make me like a ghost, right? It just makes me someone can run into me.
Yeah, you
correct?
physically
and then the
are there.
invisibility's gone.
Yeah, you physically are there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna like tighten up next to a wall.
And the invisibility doesn't disappear if you get touched. It just it disappears if you attack.
Got it.
So after a moment, there is a sound from further down the corridor from the direction that you came. And a red pulsing orb floats into the space. And there's a hum of magic
Oh no.
as the orb floats throughout. The orb continues on past you, up the pathway, towards the area where Doddle and Juniper were broken out from. Wow, wow, wow. The red orb disappears. Juniper.
June's gonna cast Wind Wall in a circle to keep everyone, including townsfolk, inside that darn wall
You're
away
going.
from her.
Okay. So,
But she's not in it. They're all in it.
well, you're creating a wind wall that's a circle. And
Yes.
you are in the center of it, or you are outside of it?
I'm outside of it.
Okay, so you can keep everybody out, but
Yes.
what about the guard that's right in front of you? Because you've got people on either side of you, June. So you can keep the guards that are coming towards you in a circle, but you'd have to cast it again to get the guards on the other side. Because if you cast a circle around everybody, you would all be in the wind wall together. Sorry, I had no idea that you would be doing this, so I do not have a map prepared for it.
That is okay.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Another figure, well, I'll let you think about that. Because another figure is appearing on the street, and Maglo and Hawke, you recognize it as Lieutenant Ecclebar.
Oh no.
His long, droopy white mustache is very noticeable. As you see, the lieutenant must be on patrol in this area, as he rides up to the other guard who is talking to the both of you. What seems to be the problem here? Ah, hello there, Maglo. What is there? Are you part of this?
I'm not part of the unit. No, I was just doing some regular tests, actually, just making sure that everyone's on the top of their game in terms of making sure response time's good, making sure we've had a lot of problems around the jails and stuff. So I was myself, my associate here, we're just making sure, and my other associate who's just over there, who was thorn whipping things, just making sure that the guards are really good and snappy when it comes to making sure that the guards inside the jail can make sure that the jail is safe, and also make sure out here is all fine. I understand that this is a bit of a mess, and it kind of got away from us. We're still testing you to see how much it works. Of course, I'm sorry, sir, he's gonna look at the dragon board. I know this all been a bit confusing, but you've definitely dealt with it in the best way possible. We are gonna pay for everything. so don't you worry about it.
In the meantime, I should probably help heal that horse down there. It may have taken a bit of a tumble. In the meantime, I do apologize for the mess. This was originally a concept that Inquisitor Sternwald wanted to implement before before everything that went down. So we were carrying it out as according to our original schedule. Unfortunately, did we send the memo?
I will say that you guys have done really well when it comes to like making sure that you're all there on time. Like, you have enough people to deal with that situation over there, whilst also dealing with this in a different situation. Good sir, Mr. Dragonborn, you were exemplary with making sure that you saw something that was the problem. You made sure you called the guards. That was all very good. That's all honestly fantastic. Like, if this was a real situation, you would have saved the day.
Thank you, Mr. Weird Human.
It's absolutely, and I take out like 5 gold from my pouch. And here's for the repairs. Sorry for the.
No, is that what? The Dragonborn is very confused and is like standing back. Now,
I understand.
Here's the thing: you have a friendly relationship with Lieutenant Eckelbar. I don't know that the story that you both woven here is believable by any stretch of the imagination. And you've layered it so much that it's clearly a deception. So I'm just, rather than having you roll with advantage, I'm going to have you roll straight. So just make Maglo make a straight deception roll to see if Eckelbar is going to believe you.
Okay, I'm going to use Flash of Genius with that, which makes it 22-23.
So he believes you. Despite the ins and outs and circuitous nature of your very confusing story, he kind of nods. I think I understand what's happening here. You two are trying to prove yourself. I was new to this as well once, and wanted to find my place within the City Watch. I made mistakes then too. However, that does not excuse the breach of protocol and the frankly illegal manner that you've gone about any of this. I cannot turn a blind eye to it. But if you are making compensation for every cart that has been destroyed, and if you and your companions make amends, I will log this, but I will see that the Magister's justice is swift and mild.
Every single one will make sure that it's all fine. Thank you all so much for just speaking to us. Really, I do apologize with everything that kind of went on. It was you know how it is.
And at this point, Juniper, what were you doing?
Oh God.
No, you don't know. I would like to remind you.
I don't know.
You don't know what's happening over here.
This is terrible. Yeah. Actually, I was gonna go ahead and do wind wall on the 2 and 3.
Okay, so immediately this burst of wind erupts in front of you, and I'll make dexterity saving throws for both of them. One of them passed with a natural 20. The other one failed, and the one that failed is the one that has the club in front of you. The club gets whipped out of his hand, and he topples downward. He gets hit and takes some damage as he's blown across the street. The other one controls his horse very impressively and manages to step back and also takes damage, but not as much, as this torrent of wind arises, blocking you from the 2 opponents in front of you. The other 4 that were riding up to you are going to reach you this round, but you have the initiative. Do you want to take a move action?
Yes, are there any, alleys near me?
Yes.
I want to dash for the tiniest alley I can.
Can't take a dash action because you cast the spell. You are prone, so you stand up and you start running towards an alley. They follow after, shouting, and one of them shouts out, "In the name of the Lords of Waterdeep, Stop, or we will shoot you! And all of this breaks out as Hawke and Maglo are speaking with Lieutenant Ecclebar. Lieutenant Ecclebar looks to the two of you and then looks back. And the fatherly sense of chagrin is wiped away from his face as the situation becomes apparently very dire. I'm not sure what's happening here, but you have a lot to answer for.
What would you like us to do? Do you want us to chase him?
We need to get her to stop. This is
If
ridiculous.
this is a companion of yours, make them stop! Someone is going to get hurt!
You heard him, Maglo. We need to get her to stop right now.
Maglo fucking takes off after Juniper. Just like starts running like he's a fucking beat cop.
The other guard, you can tell, the other city watch, she is not okay with you running away from her, and she starts following after you.
Hawke's also kind of book, and he shouts, June, stop.
Okay, Juniper, make a perception check. There is a gust of wind, shouting merchants, and guards that are yelling that they're going to shoot you. I'm going to give you a straight roll to decide whether or not you can hear Hawke over all this.
Oh,
It's a what check?
I also forgot. I have
I'm making
my.
a perception for you. I'm sorry, I make those rolls.
Oh, okay.
I forgot. I have my other familiar out. Can I have my familiar fly out to where she is? And hopefully.
So, yeah, you can command it to move for free as a bonus action. It flies off, but it's not going to reach her this round.
Okay.
So, yeah, your other Hawke or your other Raven flies into the air. Juniper, you do not hear Hawke's shout as you run down the alley. Initiative order, back up at the top. Hawke, you and Juniper are acting first. Hawke, what do you want to do?
Hawke's making a dash to where he last saw Juniper before going in the alley.
And you are also commanding your Raven to fly ahead. What do you do when the Raven gets to Juniper?
When the Raven gets to Juniper, I want it to land in front of her, spread its wings, and just caw as loud as possible. Just to, stop! But like in pro, so probably not like that. Yeah, it's just gonna stretch out its wings and like caw as loud as possible, non-stop, like no breaths.
Okay, and then Juniper, you run down the alley. What are you doing?
Is there anything in this alleyway?
There are boxes and crates, a number of garbage bins. There is an outhouse and a brick wall that leads over to another section of the city.
All right, I'm gonna try to knock over all the crap in the alleyway so that they can't come through.
Okay, make a strength check.
8.
You are running through and just grabbing things, and some things are tipping over, other things are far too heavy. You actually just knock down a couple things, and you just kind of make a mess as you're going. It doesn't look like you're really impeding anybody, but you're just being more destructive as you run through this alleyway. And at the end of your round, a raven lands in front of you and spreads its wings.
Hawke? What am I supposed to do here?
Do you stop or do you keep running? The
Oh,
raven
I
is-
stop.
Okay.
And I because I'm aware that this is part of Hawke's thing, because I watched him send it to...
You take 8 points of damage as a crossbow bolt enters into the back of your shoulder, and the piercing pain sears through. Meanwhile, everything is quiet. Siraye, Doddle, what would you like to do?
Ooh.
The
All right.
The raven is on the floor around where the wire was tripped. The wire is gone now, but is kind of
Okay.
moving around, pecking at the ground.
And the orb's gone too, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Doddle. This only lasts 30 minutes, so we have to get there as fast as possible now.
And get out as fast as possible, right?
Yes. Yes.
All right, let's go.
So the rubble leads to the prison. Is that...
The rubble leads to the jail cell that they were in. You cannot get past that rubble to the jail cells or the chamber that it was in.
Alright.
Because of the map and the way that you studied it, you know that you have to actually go through the floor below and then get up the stairs to the chamber that is going to hold the equipment.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and climb up the rubble to get to the jail cell, and I'm gonna try and pick the lock of the jail cell.
Okay, well, one thing at a time.
Okay, I'm gonna first try and climb the rubble.
Can I help by like trying to boost her up?
Well, you don't climb the rubble.
If anything, I'm gonna boost you up.
Right.
You can also teleport.
There is
You have
another
teleport.
secret passage that you open, and it leads you into. It's not in the rubble. It's outside the rubble. You open the secret passage, and it puts you into the cells below the cell that Doddle and June were held in.
Got it.
So
okay.
then you're going to travel through other prison areas, up a set of stairs, and then into the chamber that is outside of where that rubble would lead, if that makes sense. Unless you want to cast some kind of crazy spell and try to move rubble.
I can teleport, right?
You could, yeah, but you have to be able to like know where you're going. So, or have seen it before. Well, but technically you've seen it before, right?
You, Doddle, you're smart enough to know that that room has been rocked by an explosion. You have no idea what it looks like anymore. You could teleport into a pile of rock.
I'm not keen on that.
All right. So then I'm gonna open the other passageway.
You open the secret passageway, and the rocks shift and move and slide out of the way. And immediately you see a long, dark jail corridor. There are iron-barred cells all the way through, and most of them seem to be empty. However, further down, you see and hear one prisoner pacing back and forth, footsteps, bare feet on stone, walking back and forth. What would you like to do?
Where do we need to go from here?
We need to go all the way down this hallway and then up the stairs.
Okay,
to get
past
into
this,
the other side.
past the sound of that pacing.
Yep.
Okay.
Is somebody there? Who's there? Hello? Hello? Friends? Friends?
And a dirty hand is coming out of the cell, waving at you.
Over here! Over here! Come here! Come here! Come here! Come here! It's been so long since I've had visitors.
I'm just gonna sneak by it and not make a sound.
No! Don't leave! Don't leave! Wait!
Oh, you're invisible though, right?
I have secrets!
You don't think that this person can see you, but they are yelling at the sounds that they're hearing, it seems.
Well, I'm following Siraye, so they could see me.
Go ahead and make stealth checks, both of you.
Oh, all right.
Obviously, you're doing it with an advantage, Siraye, because you are invisible.
At 16 for me.
You're quiet, but you don't know why, but this person seems to be able to hear you.
I'm just gonna keep going. I have my scarf and my hood up and stuff too. So
18.
18, yeah, Siraye, you're not really causing any sort of distraction, but the figure, you have to pass by the cell, and there's not really anywhere to hide.
Is he like following me? Like can he, not can he see me, but can he is he looking at me as I walk by, or?
No.
Okay.
So here's what's happening. When you opened up the secret passage, you revealed a lot of cells. Most of them are empty. If there's anybody else in there, they're very quiet, they're asleep, you don't notice.
We got the drunken skeleton from the last unicorn, essentially. We got that guy.
If you want to be derivative about my dungeon mastering skills, yes, that's exactly what it is. There are lanterns here that are casting a very dim light across the cell. So as you're approaching, the figure, Wait! Benedict can help you! I know things. I know so many things, that's why they put me here. And you see for the first time a face that is ravaged with madness. A very thin and emaciated young man with filthy blue hair that is all the way down to his shoulders and a big, long beard that has grown around. Covered in dirt, wearing scraps of rags and a leather tong around his neck that has what looks like a gold coin on it, and the coin has scratches all over it.
I can tell you things that you wouldn't even believe. You want to know, don't you? Don't you want to know the secrets that I know?
Thank you very much for the offer, sir, but we're quite busy at the minute.
You shouldn't be. They know. They're always watching you. I don't know why you're in the prison, but I can tell you now, this is no place for children.
I'm 300 years old, but thank you, and I'm gonna follow Siraye.
300 years won't save you. I can save you. Benedict knows. Benedict knows all.
And is shouting at you. Do you both go up the stairs, or do you talk to this madman any further?
I'm just gonna...
Yeah, I'm going up the stairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep walking. I'm gonna see. I might follow up with you later, but I think I'm fine for now.
Make a wisdom saving throw, Doddle.
Oh. That's 5, 6, 7.
Come back! Come back!
And there's an echo in the voice. And you find yourself turning around and taking 3 steps back down the stairs.
Oh no. Doddle.
Siraye,
No.
what are you doing when Doddle turns around?
Do I notice this? I notice that Doddle's turning around.
Mm-hmm.
Doddle. No, Doddle, what are you doing? Doddle.
What am I feeling mentally? Am I like, you know what? I suddenly feel like turning around. Or am I like, why the fuck am I turning around right now?
You didn't realize you were doing it, but it seems totally natural. You want to talk to this person.
I'll be fine. Sorry, just give me a second.
Doddle, we have to go. We don't have time to talk to...
Yes, friend, come here. Come to Benedict. I want to tell you the secrets that I know.
And I go up to his cell. What secrets do you know?
Give me your hand. Reach out. Give me
Doddle, don't give him your hand.
Can I roll for something right now to figure out if I want to give him my hand?
It's probably something that you normally would not do. So
Yeah.
I will allow you to make a second wisdom save.
Okay. Alright. That's 19.
You start to reach your hand out, and then right before you start putting it through the bars, you hear Siraye's voice. Siraye, say one thing. With one sentence.
Doddle, no.
And then it stops you as you hear Siraye's voice piercing through the cell. And then you stop, and the spell is broken, and he's looking at you, this filthy madman with like these really crazy eyes. And you can see that his eyes are very, very faintly glowing with this white light on the inside. And you come to.
No. You come back. Come back. No.
Hey, I'm sorry, I have to go, and I'm gonna, like, run up the stairs.
I'll find you. I won't let you go. You're my friend now. Benedict will find you. Benedict Holdenhouse, I will find you.
I don't need any more clingy friends. I have enough as it is.
Yeah, she's like the
Full up on
anti-Rosie.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, so you make your way back up the stairs and breaking the spell. Siraye, thankfully, Doddle comes back up.
We have to be more careful.
You reach a wooden door, and it has a set of bars on it, small, and the door is locked from the other side. You are locked in this room. What would you like to do?
Is there a way for us to see through to the other side?
Yeah, you can see through the other side. It's like a guard's station, and there are a number of tables and some weapons along the wall, and there's a single guard that is sleeping in a chair on the other side of the door.
Doddle. And then I'm gonna I presume that this way of seeing through is taller than Doddle, so I'm gonna pick up Doddle so she can see through the little gated window.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be like, Doddle, use your teleport boots and teleport into this room.
Then immediately unlock the door for you, correct?
Yes.
Alright. I'm not entirely sure how these work. Do I have to click the heels 3 times, or do I just, like, focus real hard, or
Focus.
try to focus real hard and
Yeah.
going through the door?
Calm your mind and focus on where you want to go in that room.
Is there
Where
any
you want to
percentage of
teleport?
failure here? I believe with these, it's the same as any other teleportation. Is that right?
It is specifically you. Yeah, it's specifically Boots of Winding Path that he's made. So it's as a bonus action, you can teleport up to 15 foot to an unoccupied space you can see. You must have occupied that space at some point during your current turn. It says, yeah.
So it's not even.
It allows you to dodge. It doesn't allow you to necessarily. If you've been in that space before, you can go back to that space.
So it's like you can get out of things, like when you're close to people. And stuff.
Got it. Okay.
So Doddle concentrates and immediately disappears and then reappears in the exact same spot that she was in.
Well, that didn't work.
I mean, I could get him to open the door. If we really want to be crazy about this, that potion's only lasting for half an hour. Come back!
You hear the yelling, and the guard begins stirring from his sleep.
Okay, I push myself up against the wall, so when he opens the door, he won't be able to see me.
The guard slowly stands, mumbling to himself. That crazy git won't shut up. I'll teach him how to yell in the middle of my rest. I'm tired of his nonsense. And you hear keys as the door slowly creaks open.
I'm gonna try and also, if Doddle's going on one side, I'm gonna go on the other side, not try and hide against the wall.
I need you
You're
both to make... Well, she could get pushed out of the way. So stealth checks for both of you. And you have an advantage, Siraye, obviously.
19!
Ooh, nat 20!
Nice!
Okay, roll it again to see if you can confirm that.
I'll put it in.
Please. Yeah, you both manage to very carefully hide, and the guard walks past you and down the stairs. Shut up, you dumb git!
Into the room.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna sneak around and into the room.
No, she was here. She was here. She was here. She's my friend. And then you hear the sound of something heavy hitting flesh. And you get into
I get emotionally attached to NPCs too quickly, guys. Like, I love this man. That bastard that we've just passed by that mind melded me.
So what do you do? Do you close the door or do you just come through?
No, we just.
You left it open, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I just come in and like try to find a place to hide.
Okay, so there's a guard station here. There is a weapons rack with some swords, shields, halberds, and crossbows on it.
Do I see Juniper's shield anywhere?
No. You see another set of doors. There's one on either side. Siraye, you know that the door to the left leads to a staircase that goes up to the chamber that you came out of. The other door is a staircase that leads down into the main part of the keep.
And I want to go back into the main part of the keep. I don't want to go into the. Where would be the evidence locker?
It's up. You know that you have to go through the left, up one more floor, and then that's where the shattered chambers are going to be, where Juniper and Doddle were held.
Okay, we need to go upstairs, Doddle. This way. And I like kind of pull, because I'm invisible, so she can't see me. I'm going to kind of pull on her sleeve, be like, Doddle, this way.
Yeah, you pull Doddle towards the door, and as you pull the door, you realize that it is also locked.
Shit.
I'm gonna be quick about it. I'm kidding. I don't have a bobby pin or anything. Do I have anything I can use to pick a lock?
You are trained in lockpicking, aren't you, or are you not?
I have 6+ of sleight of hand. I have thieves' tools. They were probably taken from me considering I was in prison.
You do not have thieves' tools.
Is there a pencil anywhere?
I have some.
Okay.
Give me that. I'm gonna...
Here.
Okay, so whoever wants to make the roll can make the roll to pick the lock.
Go for it.
That's 25. Nice. Sleight of hand, right?
Yeah. So fairly quickly, you manage to use the pins that Siraye has given you. They're very good tools. And you manage to pick the lock, and it turns with a click. And the door is open. Meanwhile...
I just love that. Give me that. Let's go.
We need to get out of here.
Meanwhile, in the streets below, Hawke, you have been watching this from Kara the entire time. You saw a very strange image of a crazed prisoner being beaten by a guard.
That's just cruel.
But you also see, and it's confusing to you because you're seeing through so many sets of eyes, you see Juniper as she stops in front of you, and she goes, Hawke? And then the end of a crossbow bolt pierces out of her shoulder.
We need to get to Juniper. We need to get to her now.
Oh, what are we going to do when we get to her?
You are running down the road, and there is a guard right next to you.
We'll have to think of something, but what we're doing right now and what we've been doing is not going to keep working.
Juniper. You've been shot. There's a searing pain in your shoulder. You're looking down at this raven. That was a warning shot. Halt in the name of the Lords of Waterdeep.
In pain, I'm just gonna gradually get on my knees and raise my hands as best I can with that bolt in me.
The guards surround you. One of them is on horseback further down in the alleyway, and the others are on foot, both of which are now holding crossbows. And they point the crossbows level at you. Any items, magical or mundane, that you may be carrying should be placed in front of you now. You're under arrest.
Guess I'm under arrest.
They pat you down. You don't have any daggers or anything like that on you? You don't have, yeah. They whisper to each other for a moment. What is your name?
Aura.
I would ask you why you're doing this, but it's far beyond us to question you at this point. The justice will have to decide what to happen next. You have harmed many, and you have caused chaos within the streets, in front of the very prison that holds those who would break the code legal. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
I mean, I never meant to harm anyone.
Are you mad? And in that moment, Hawke, you and Maglo appear. Behind you is a guard, and slowly approaching is Lieutenant Ecclebar. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna walk up to Juniper, pat her twice on the shoulder. Do you have anything to bite down on? Alright, well this is gonna hurt like a bitch. And I grab the arrow and I pull it out of her shoulder and I cast lay on... Is it lay on hands?
Mm-hmm.
It's my features and traits. Yeah, let me pull it up.
Yeah, you can roll for the hit points that you restore.
Yeah. So it's just a pool of healing that I have. How many points are you down from that one?
8.
Alright, I'm gonna heal you for 8 points.
Thank you.
So just... and then I just cover it up.
Excuse me, what are you doing? And one of the guards stops you, Hawke. You have this bloody crossbow bolt. We do not need citizens interfering with our investigation.
I'm just gonna give him a look of death. Not like a look of death, but I'm just gonna like give him just a dead-eyed look.
Make an intimidation check, please.
It's 15 plus 7. That's a 22.
He stops mid-sentence and loses his words as he stammers. All the confidence is drained out of him.
No.
We're gonna need to have a conversation with Lieutenant Ecclebar.
Hello, I'm sorry. Hi, we're not citizens. Not exactly. We're... Shit just got out of hand. I'm very sorry.
I look at Maglo, I look at Juniper, I look at him. We are citizens, it is out of hand, and we do need to speak with Lieutenant Ecclebar.
I mean, we're not entirely citizens. We have been... Alright, fine.
The other guard that was running behind you, she catches up. They are telling the truth of a sort. They do have association with Lieutenant Ecclebar. Apparently, they are conscripted as investigators at some capacity, but I still don't know what's happening.
You and me both, pal. It kind of got... Listen, we have stuff. We'll explain it when we... whatever happened, we'll explain it.
Maglo. We'll have this conversation, but we need to have it in private with Lieutenant Ecclebar. It's best that we don't get things overcomplicated again.
It is not going to be long before you have your wish, Master Hawke. Lieutenant Ecclebar enters into the alleyway. Take the prisoner. I'll speak with these two.
You may want to hear what she has to say as well, sir.
Very well. Then I will keep 2 of my guards here with me. That is as private as I'm afraid I can make this in any official capacity.
Do you trust them?
Yes.
With your life?
They are my personal watch. Of course, I trust them.
Can I insight check him?
You can.
Alright. 12 plus... Where's my insight? That's a 14.
You believe that he believes that these are trustworthy guards. That doesn't mean that they are trustworthy guards. You believe that he believes it.
I trust his word. I'm gonna lean down. I'm gonna, look. Alright, guys, huddle in. Listen, Ecclebar's an honorable man, and I am not going to lie to him anymore. I'm not going to do it. Whatever thing you want to weave, whatever lie you want to weave, I won't back it up.
Okay.
We need to tell him the truth.
We can't tell him the whole truth, because the whole truth involves us committing a lot of fucking crimes, Hawke.
Then we'll have to own up to them.
I feel like that's a real fucking bad idea, and that's gonna get us all killed.
As opposed to the recklessness we keep showing.
And then there is oversharing.
We don't overshare, we tell him the truth, we tell him what is going on, but we are in deep. And most importantly, I'm sorry, but look at what we've been doing and where it's gotten us. I was reckless too, Juniper, and it got people killed, and you could have gotten us killed. Or yourself. Lieutenant Ecclebar, we have committed various crimes against the Code Legal. And that is the honest truth. And we have done so to protect our lives and the lives of the people we care about. We're being chased by criminal gangs, and fortunately, they may have even infiltrated the watch itself. We're very careful about who we talk to, but you're an honorable man. And I believe I can trust you.
Make a persuasion check.
That's a 19 plus 7. That's a 26.
When you first approached me, not so long ago, on the streets of Waterdeep, I thought for certain that neither of you meant any kindness or goodness to this place. I have grown very accustomed to being able to spot ne'er-do-wells and troublemakers within the city. However, both of you proved yourself that same day to have valiant hearts and to wish for the best for those around you. I understand that High Scribe Bellevue has put certain trust within you. That is not commonly known. But as I was the one who vouched for you, she did see fit to inform me of your mission. She has not heard from you. Your mission has gone unaccomplished, ignored. I admit I feared for your safety. Now I can see that you have tarried from that mission. I'm not sure what you're doing. I do know that there are forces within the city that cannot be trusted, and that there are forces even within our city watch that are duplicitous and working for criminal organizations.
This is true. The goblin that was arrested was actually an associate of ours. She wasn't a murderer. She was attacked by a criminal gang. And because of that, she was arrested. She wasn't even originally a goblin, but that's a whole different thing.
Hawke, you gotta
I
keep
didn't mean
your
to say
fucking
that out
mouth
loud.
shut.
I'm sorry. But
No,
either way,
you will not keep your mouth shut.
No, just about things.
My
that aren't
aid at
relevant.
this point is hanging by a very thin thread. And if you lie to me again, our association, nay, our friendship, will end as well. Tell me the truth. Who is this? And he points to Juniper.
Juniper, who are you? Just answer truthfully.
She makes daggers at Hawke. My name is Juniper Creed, and I'm a wanderer, a follower of the god Sylvanas, and a fighter for my monastery. I am simply that. I was there trying to get back what was taken from me. Not because I had done anything wrong, but because I was trying to right the wrongs of other people.
What was taken from you?
An object. An object important to me, gifted from my god. That's all I can tell you, or else I don't know what might happen. It's not an object that would harm you or anything. It's not something like that. No, it's just a holy object. I am a woman of faith, I assure you.
My daughter left for the church at a very young age. The path called to her. Seems the gods chose her for bigger things than a life here within the southern ward. I understand faith. Why did you do this? And he points out into the street. And that is where we're going to leave it.
June wants to punch holes in Hawke right now.
Right, the different situations that I was running through my head. Cast alter self on myself and pretend to be a hag of trickery that's literally doing this to trick and fear everyone around. I was gonna just try and cast fucking pyromancy so I can pretend that there's fire around and then we can just scarper away. One of the options, straight up just try and kill as many people as possible and run away. That was one of the options.
I'm not gonna lie, that was something June thought about, but she was like, no, I'm a good person. I can't just do that.
Every step you take makes so many determinations at this point that I am loving this, because someday I'm going to reveal some things to you, and it's going to be glorious, but I cannot do it. Today is not that day.
I love how Juniper's like, I don't trust Hawke. He might be evil. And then just straight up like murders a horse and causes untold property damage.
The horse is fine.
Fine.
He just fell over.
He just fell.
Yeah, nobody was really strictly murdered. There was a lot of injury and mayhem.
We've literally considered murder before going to the
But there are
authorities.
so many ways that you can cause a distraction. You chose a way,